Origin Transformers reaction. This is America's new AC-130J. Is that a new one? J Ghostrider Gunship is a beast. Beast is terrifying. Every time I saw this, like photos, obviously thumbnail of this video, you see this giant like cargo looking plane, basically bomber style plane, shooting like guns and the big, like, you see the flame type thing coming out of it, I'm guessing. Yeah. Imagine the level of firepower, right? I watched one, or was it two, I don't know. I watched a video about AC-130, right? Attack gunship. I'm just like, this is like one of the most stupidest and craziest idea, and obviously it just works. It's like the deadliest thing in the sky, right? AC-130 is in the sky. It's like, okay, I think game's over now, right? Either hide underground or I don't know what, right? It's like in video games and things, whenever like, oh, we have air support, this is what you imagine. It's like all the firepower and the thing that just circles around you. Basically, it knows the target of area, and obviously pilot knows target of area and just circles around it. That is terrifying. Imagine you're in that zone and like this giant cargo plane, basically, which is like a gunship now, right? Just like circling and just like bombard the shit out of everything. And I'm guessing they add JS or some new thing they added to it. Why the fuck not? Add nukes to it. Why not? Just like all the anti-gravity bomb, all the fuck it, just add everything. Why not at this point? Like, how deadly can you make it? This is much like US military news. I've been watching this channel recently. It's like really good for US military news, all the military related things, whether it's like geopolitics or equipment, things like this, planes and things. So yeah, let's watch it.
I'm gonna pause, go one just to conserve ammo, pilot.
Thank you.
America's new AC-130J Ghostrider Gunship is a beast.
On cue.
Here we go, 3 for 3. Where's this shot?
Continue on one.
Brace yourselves. The Air Force's newest gunship is officially on the prowl downrange.
That's
The
that howitzer, right?
AC-130J Ghostrider's primary missions are close air support, air interdiction, and armed reconnaissance. Close air support missions include troops in contact, convoy escort, and point air defense. Air interdiction missions are conducted against pre-planned targets or targets of opportunity and include strike coordination and reconnaissance and overwatch mission sets. The AC-130J provides ground forces an expeditionary, direct-fire platform that is persistent, ideally suited for urban operations, and delivers precision, low-yield munitions against ground targets. The AC-130J is the fifth-generation gunship, replacing the aging fleet of AC-130U and AC-130W gunships. AC-130 gunships have an extensive combat history dating back to Vietnam, where gunships destroyed more than 10,000 trucks and were credited with many life-saving close air support missions. Over the past 4 decades, AC-130s have deployed.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Is that fireworks? No, man, they're shooting at us. Run. Everything blows up. That shit is insane. The plane is so big. Whenever you see in the sky, just like, with, like you foggy. It's not a clear picture because it's like really high in the sky. It's a big ass plane. And you see those like fire coming out. Oh my god. That is so terrifying.
Deployed constantly to hot spots throughout the world in support of special operations and conventional forces. In South America, Africa, Europe, and throughout the Middle East, gunships have significantly contributed to mission success. The U.S. Air Force's new AC-130J Ghostriders have been flying combat missions in Afghanistan since June 2019. The gunships took over from AC-130U Spooky that had been supporting the United States, Coalition Special Operations Forces, and their Afghan partners in that country. Those Spooky gunships have now returned to the United States, marking the last scheduled combat deployment ever for that version of the AC-130. Northwest Florida Daily News had been the first to report on June 28, 2019, that the AC-130J had flown its first ever combat mission in Afghanistan. This detail had emerged during a change of command ceremony at Hurlburt Field in Florida, during which U.S. Air Force Lieutenant General James Slife took charge of the Air Force Special Operations Command from Lieutenant General Brad Webb. The Ghostrider's first combat sortie had taken place just days before, according to the story. We are pleased to announce the AC-130J has deployed in support of combat operations overseas, U.S. Air Force Captain Kiwi Rake, an Air Force Special Operations Command spokesperson. The Air Force declared that the AC-130J had reached initial operational capability in late 2017 with the 73rd Special Operations Squadron at Hurlburt Field, becoming the first operational unit to fly the aircraft in 2018. The 73rd is the squadron presently flying the Ghostriders over Afghanistan. AC-130Js had previously taken part in a number of exercises in the United States and abroad. The last AC-130J delivery is scheduled for the fiscal year 2024.
I'm sorry, the sight of just guns sticking out is insane. Oh look, a cargo plane. It's not a cargo plane. I see like massive guns, howitzer and everything. Holy shit. This is insane, man. Obviously, like, this has only flown in like Middle East and things like that. In more advanced country, I'm guessing there would be a problem. It depends how you use it. I'm guessing like you can't just like use it everywhere. It will get shot down or something, right? It's a big ass cargo plane. So yeah, but whenever you can use it, it's insane firepower.
We don't know much about the 73rd's initial deployment with the Ghostwriter yet, but Air Force Special Operations Command's AC-130s most often fly at night, supporting Special Operations forces on the ground, either providing direct close air support or armed overwatch during their operations. The Ghostwriter gunships are in high demand in the skies of Afghanistan, where they provide close air support and armed overwatch to U.S. and Afghan operations. AC-130J have already flown hundreds of sorties since beginning combat missions in June, said Colonel Terrence Taylor, commander of Combined Joint Special Operations Air Component, Afghanistan. Every night the AC-130J is flying, the people they are supporting are requesting them every single night. This amounts to 218 sorties and 1,380 hours in the skies over Afghanistan, Taylor said. The deployment of the AC-130Js and the end of scheduled combat operations.
They're asking that all the time. Yeah, just like sipping coffee, just standing there. You know, what should we do about all those threats? Yeah, we'll just call AC-130. Let's just sit here drinking coffee. Paint the target there. That's it's supposed to attack, and you just hear like gunfire and everything, and just watching from the distance. There you go.
For the AC-130Us very much marks a shift in U.S. military's gunship operations as well. The spooky gunships, which entered service in 1995, are the last of the Air Force's old-school AC-130 gunships with a 5-barrel 25mm GAU 12U Gatling cannon, a single-barrel 40mm Bofors cannon, and a 105mm howitzer as their only armament. These aircraft were a direct evolution of the original Vietnam War-era AC-130s. By all indications, the AC-130Us are also the last platform of any kind in the U.S. military to use the 40mm Bofors gun, a World War II-era weapon, which proved to be a deadly aerial weapon, but also increasingly hard to operate and maintain. The Air Force had found itself scouring the world for spare parts in the early 2000s and rebuilding 40mm ammunition from the 1940s in recent years to keep the guns operational. The AC-130J is a very different beast, described by Air Force Special Operations Command officials as the ultimate battle plane and a bomb truck with guns on it. The Ghostwriter comes with the standard 105mm cannon and an additional 30mm GAU-23A autocannon and a suite of precision-guided munitions that include the GBU-39B small-diameter bombs, GBU-44B Viper Strike Glide Bomb, GBU-69 small glide munition, AGM-176 Griffin missile, and AGM-114 Hellfire missiles. The 30mm cannon in particular, almost like a sniper rifle, it's that precise, it can pretty much hit first shot, first kill. Then First Special Operations Wing Commander Colonel Tom Polensky told U.S. adding that the Ghostwriter is going to be the most lethal with the most loiter time.
Okay, seriously, what the fuck? It has a sniper rifle? I mean, I was assumed it's gonna have like a general accuracy, like, okay, in that, I don't know, 50-yard area attack, and like anything that is in the 50-yard area is gonna get attacked. I didn't know it was fucking accurate. Like, it's like, let's say a moving tank. It can accurately attack that with proper just like bullet. That is insanity. I mean, I mean, obviously, why wouldn't Americans do that, right? Like you have like howitzers, great. You have like miniguns. You have like all the like 50 millimeters and all that, 25 millimeters. Fuck it, give it a sniper rifle because that works. Yeah, this is just OP as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Time, probably the most requested weapons system from ground forces in the history of warfare. The Ghost Riders have saved lives, says Chief Master Sergeant Edward Fry, enlisted leader alongside Taylor at the Air Component Command. Them hearing the sound of the gunship overhead that in many ways serves to embolden them, Fry said of Afghan forces who remain heavily reliant on U.S. air power. Even if the gunship doesn't fire one round, it still provides that utility. The precision-guided munitions capability has really added a new dimension to the gunship's capabilities, giving it more standoff reach and the ability to engage targets in multiple distinct areas simultaneously. With its 30mm and 105mm weapons, the Ghost Rider can also provide the same kind of extremely precise direct fire support as their predecessors. The AC-130Js are also packed with a variety of updated sensors, data links, communication systems, and more, and the Air Force is already in the process of further updating those systems. The latest Block 30 Ghost Riders, which the 4th Special Operations Squadron began receiving in March, feature a number of improvements over the Block 20 aircraft that the 73rd Special Operations Squadron is flying in Afghanistan now. This includes upgraded sensor turrets with higher fidelity electro-optical and infrared full-motion video cameras and a new large broadband satellite communications hump on top of the forward fuselage.
Yeah, higher fidelity sensors and cameras. Higher fatality as well. I don't know why I heard Mortal Kombat in my head. Higher fatality. There you go. Just kill and just like, yeah. More accuracy, more results. There you go. The more kill count goes high, everybody just like, yeah, job done. Sometimes I feel like, US military has equipment that is like way too OP in a way that like they had some requirements and they basically went 3 times as higher as that. Like, fuck it, just do it. Why not?
The Air Force is looking to improve the survivability of all of its remaining gunships against newly emerging threats, such as GPS jamming too. In 2018, U.S. Army General Raymond Thomas, then head of U.S. Special Operations Command, said that unspecified opponents, most likely Russian or Russian-backed forces, were using electronic warfare attacks against gunships operating over Syria. Entirely new capabilities might find their way onto the Ghost Riders as time goes on, too. Air Force Special Operations Command is planning to demonstrate a high-energy laser weapon on one of its AC-130Js in 2022.
Why the fuck not? Add a laser. Turn this into Mass Effect. I said one of those videos, like I remember like Mass Effect 3 video, where I'm pretty sure like Shepard is like attacking one of the Reapers single-handedly, right? And suddenly Quarian ships arrives from attacks from space. Just decimates everything. That's what I think of when I think of AC-130. And yeah, now add the space and make it reality. Why not? Lasers and shit.
But with no more AC-130U deployments on the schedule and AC-130Js now flying combat missions, the Air Force has already entered a new era of gunship operations.
Here we go.
What the those those casings are smoking. I'm guessing it's insanely hot. Don't nobody just get like hand burns or something. I know they're wearing gloves, but still, like, somebody could mess up, right? People like cook something that just like burns their hand. Like, this is just next level shit. Obviously, this is why you have like military training. You're trained not to get your hand burned, I guess. So yeah.
Nice. Here we go. Checks. Copy. Copy.
I like how their job feels like chopping wood or something. Oh, we're supposed to put this here, we're supposed to put that. It's gonna fire back, we're gonna do that, repeat the process. By the way, what are you doing? I don't know. Killing some folks, I guess. I don't know. We can't see it from here. Look at this small cars, like fucking big ass Ford. That's a Ford pickup truck right there. Look at how small it looks, and that thing is flying basically down. Oh, that's an insane scale. There you go, people. AC-130J Ghostrider. Of course, it's like perfect name. Like think of Nicolas Cage and just like yeah, the Ghost Rider music plays. That's what this is. They're thinking of adding lasers. I'm guessing it will start as defensive thing like a lot of other things have. Anti-missile defenses the laser has, right? Uh, Anti-ballistic missile. The thing that I'm pretty sure that's the only thing laser can do right now. But yeah, theoretically you can do a lot of things if you develop it, and basically that's where it's all heading, right? Imagine a laser shot or even like fuck it plasma shot in the future that basically decimate everything, liquefies everything because it can, right? All of that stupid like sci-fi game video game shit is not that far off. It can happen, but obviously it requires an immense level of energy. You can add a nuclear reactor to these planes. Why the fuck not? You already have a nuclear reactor on aircraft carriers. You already have that on submarines. Put it in AC-130J and just like power the fucking laser rifles. Why not? Alright, well, that was America's new AC-130J Ghostrider Gunship is a beast. That's our US military news. If you like my external phone, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.